The Language Instinct by Steven Pinker. Read by Lalla Ward. As you are listening to these words, you are taking part in one of the wonders of the natural world. For you and I belong to a species with a remarkable ability. We can shape events in each other's brains with exquisite precision. That ability is language. Simply by making noises with our mouths, we can reliably cause precise new combinations of ideas to arise in each other's minds. The ability comes so naturally that we are apt to forget what a miracle it is. So let me remind you with some simple demonstrations. Asking you only to surrender your imagination to my words for a few moments, I can cause you to think some very specific thoughts. When a male octopus spots a female, his normally greyish body suddenly becomes striped. He swims above the female and begins caressing her with 7 of his arms. If she allows this, he will quickly reach toward her and slip his 8th arm into her breathing tube. A series of sperm packets move slowly through a groove in his arm, finally to slip into the mantle cavity of the female. Wine on a tablecloth? Apply club soda immediately. It works beautifully to remove the stains from fabrics. When Dixie opens the door to Tad, she is stunned because she thought he was dead. She slams it in his face and then tries to escape. However, when Tad says, "I love you," she lets him in. Tad comforts her and they become passionate. When Brian interrupts, Dixie tells a stunned Tad that she and Brian were married earlier that day. With much difficulty, Dixie informs Brian that things are nowhere near finished between her and Tad. Then she spills the news that Jamie is Tad's son. "My what?" says a shocked Tad. Think about what these words have done. I did not simply remind you of octopuses. In the unlikely event that you ever see one develop stripes, you now know what will happen next. Perhaps the next time you're in a supermarket, you will look for club soda, one out of the tens of thousands of items available, and then not touch it until months later when a particular substance and a particular object accidentally come together. You now share with millions of other people the secrets of protagonists in a world that is the product of some stranger's imagination, the daytime drama, All My Children. True, my demonstrations depended on our ability to read and write, and this makes our communication even more impressive by bridging gaps of time, space, and acquaintanceship. But writing is clearly an optional accessory. The real engine of verbal communication is the spoken language we acquired as children. In any natural history of the human species, language would stand out as the preeminent trait. To be sure, a solitary human is an impressive problem solver and engineer, but a race of Robinson Crusoes would not give an extraterrestrial observer all that much to remark on.